Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. This is my first solo outing since I've returned from holiday, and we're going to be carrying on with Live Conduit, our lightning build wizard. Let's just jump into game now. Now we've already picked up Kanai's Cube, and our Monday night gaming session is in the position to start getting Death's Breaths, so it would be worth our time to see if we can finish off some of the bounty sets that we've got. I believe we need Act 3 and Act 5 materials at the moment, so if we're lucky... Act 4, we're not entirely lucky, but not really a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to jump straight in with the Act 3 bounties anyway and carry on from there. Let me just remind myself, we've got ourselves a Templar who's going to do alright at kind of helping us out. And we've got some bits and bobs that we could change over to later. That's going to be in 3 levels. That'll be a massive damage boost for us. And other things to come further down the line. We've also got the Arc Stone, which can go on our Templar at level 60, but that's quite a way away. So, without further ado, let's get in and kill Ganthar the Trickster. Gotta remember to put my buffs on as well. Oh, I remember we were sort of hydraing, weren't we? Or we were about to. Nope, it's not this way, it's back inside the Sky Crown battlement. Good job I spotted that before we went too far. That could have been a long way and a lot of mobs killed for no point other than a bit of experience.
Burning hells is that?
Well, that would be... Ooh, let's get the hell out of this. Colossal Golgor, or was anyway. I quite like that little lightning hydra. He's a fun little beastie. Right, that's 25 mobs done. We should be able to run through these relatively quickly. I've still only got it on hard difficulty because it's obviously a new type of build and I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go. We don't want to be overcooking it just too soon. That being said, if it ends up being very quick, we've got Pawn Set and Cane Set helping us level at the moment, so we should be able to rank up pretty quickly. And if we're lucky, find another couple of items that will help with our build. Ooh, that's... well, it's not really a problem. Thump Breaker's nearly dead. There we go. Let's do this chest while we're here. Nice and quick. Grab the bits and bobs. Yeah, real disappointment that we didn't end up getting anything from Kadala. Well, anything except that Arc Stone. I mean, we had a full 500 blood shards on the Monday night gaming session, and we didn't get anything worthwhile. And the Arc Stone's kind of nice, but it requires taking an entire ring slot myself in order to get the benefit from it. And yeah, it's lightning damage and it kind of fits with the theme, but it would have been nice to get something better. Alright, only a couple more mobs and the final dude. Let's see if we can't hurry on a little bit. Keep those recharged. So yeah, with the lightning that we're doing at the moment, we're not burning through a lot of arcane power at all, which is quite a good way to go. I mean, we can keep pumping out these arcane orbs as and when we want, without needing to worry about running out. And I think once we move on to living lightning and other things, it'll continue in much the same way. We recharge very quickly like that. But yeah, pop, just powering them on through. Alright, let's head straight on to the next bounty. We are heading to clear Kryder's outpost. my skills, actually. Paralysis we get at level 37, and at that point I might swap over Astral Presence. Don't know. Still deciding on that. It's always, when you're experimenting with a new build, it's always a bit, you know, finger in the air. Is that working? Is it not working? And constantly adjusting it as you go. If I'd done this beforehand, then I'd have a huge plan for how I was going to go with it. But this is so winging it. It's a little bit unreal. Still, we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works and see if it's viable. So far, using lightning seems to be working just fine. The biggest thing that I'm worried about is crowd control reduction once we get further in and we rely on stuns. I don't think we're going to have a problem up to some of the greater rift and torment levels. So once we start pushing into the higher torment levels, it might get very difficult. But it really depends on how Delcere's stuff is going to work with what we're doing. There's only 7 mobs left. Let's put a Hydra there. That can kill. Well, that was very quick. Okay, let's go and kill Gorm. We'll see if we can get to level 36 quickly and then change our weapon up. Oh, no, we don't want to go that way. Let's...
I'm unstoppable.
All the air of effect, all of the explosions. Let's get out of that. As much as I have tried other characters, Wizard is by far my favourite. The spells have been so well thought out. I mean, there's enough variety in them. Keep you interested. You can keep trying many different things. And I don't know, the Witch Doctor I just never really gelled with as a character. And there's a lot of cool variety in there. And who doesn't like dropping toads on people? But this raw arcane power, raw elemental power. This is where my fun lies. Into the larder we go. I haven't really thought about the kind of build that I'm going to do for the Templar. Possibly I'll end up doing what I tried to do last season and see if I can give him like freezing deflection or the thing that shoots out wolves and make him like all about the block and trying to help things that way. If I give him freezing deflection, that could be quite a cool one in itself. Just from changing the type of crowd control that the mobs are getting hit with. Because I'm going to be hitting them with paralysis stun, and if he's hitting them with freeze as well, then I'm not sure if the cooldown will end up stacking nicely, or if it'll end up affecting me adversely. But it's something we can find out anyway. But either way, if we go down that route, we're going to be pumping for a high block build on him. So let's go and do the last of the barbarians. It's all so quiet in here. Right, there's some mobs. Let's put the Hydra up. I like that you can cast Hydra through walls, or at least round corners. It's the way it should be. I mean, when you're conjuring stuff, line of sight shouldn't really be an issue. Maybe you'll conjure it in a wall? Who knows? But for the item being like brought into existence, I'm sure it won't mind. As long as there's no like matter, antimatter explosion problems caused by summoning a lightning hydra in the middle of something, then I don't see what the issue is. Right, there's one of the iron cages. Now can we Yes, you can.
Die, Khazra Swarm. Die, Khazra Swarm.
Oh, they're getting mad. I did enjoy my barbarian character the season before last. That was lots of fun, just flinging rocks on people. And there is a whole bunch of other styles that you can play with a barbarian. I'm kind of interested to try a whirlwind one at some point. Not going to do it this season, of course, because we're focusing entirely on magical power. But it would be kind of fun to kind of spin around madly, drawing stuff in, tearing it apart, turn yourself into a cyclone of blades and death and murder and lots of lacerations.
Nicely done.
Level 36, we can get that weapon upgrade, which we will do in just a bit. Doesn't mean we won't be using Starfire anymore, but Starfire is going to be going in our cube as soon as possible. It is a low-level Starfire. Although actually, I might not keep it. I might keep it as my main weapon and just re-roll it when I reach level 70. But it's something that we can decide on as we level up. It's going to be a while before I can actually put it in the cube anyway. Now, where is this last barbarian? That is the question. I suppose there's a chance that he's actually still out in that area, but I don't think he was. Maybe in that little pocket there. Let's just run back and check. No, not up there. And this little pocket wraps around.
But I will not stand down.
Ooh, blimey, all the lightning bouncing around in here.
Your defenses are nothing.
Could we find more like that?
Well, we can certainly try. I mean, they gave us reasonable loot. Still haven't found any uniques this session, but we're only, what, 20 minutes in at the moment, so we're not doing bad. Ah, there's the last one. I'm glad I went back to check. And there is Shog. Pop, 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 pop.
My brothers are off to continue clearing the
Alright, let's head back to town and let's change up our weapon, and then we'll do the last bounty. Oh, wait.
We had no idea
Well, we'll talk to him in a moment.
The
The weapon is more important. I'll have that. And we'll put this down here as the maybe pile. So, for other bits and bobs that we've got. Change over that. Let's close that one. Not going to change over our shoulders, not going to change over our... Well, actually we could. Let's change over those and we can put better gems in. We'll still keep the set benefit. That's not too bad. Can't then do the helm as well though, which is a bit of a shame. So at the moment I'm focusing almost entirely on improving my damage. The other bits that increase the toughness and the recovery, they're nice, but at this stage I'm not particularly scared of dying. So we're focusing more just on kill speed than anything. Let's salvage up what we have. Not worth giving any of those to our Templar yet. And yeah, we'll salvage up the trousers as well.
In fact, I decided to get the things eating.
And let's change these over to highest usable so that I don't forget for the future. We could make ourselves pentagraphs, but we're not going to use them.
Being a mortal is very complicated.
Yeah, it's not going to be worth us doing anything on there for the moment. Once we start leveling up a bit more, we'll obviously revisit our equipment properly and see if we can't improve it. In fact, seeing as I've got a little bit of extra money, let's get another stash tab going. And that's going to be for our first set of wizard set items when we get them. Okay. We'll just make sure that this did actually finish off properly. I know it said event complete, but yep, that's all been done. So we are heading on to kill Demonica the Wicked. And yeah, our damage has gone up from just over 1,000 to nearly 3,000. It's a huge increase. Going to make a big difference to my kill speed, that. Look at that. Killed it so quickly.
Your defenses are nothing.
Oh wow. Yeah, this is definitely making a difference. And in addition, if anything gets too close, we're exploding with demonic fury at them as well. It is a close combat explosion, but it's got a reasonable range on it, so it's not a bad thing for us to be doing at the moment. Okay, 5 more mobs to kill, and this set is done. Well, there we go. Let's head back and we'll talk to Tyrael and get a couple of crafting ingredients. Well, bounty reagents, I guess.
You have
Not as many as if it had been the one with bonus, but no, cool. We might end up switching straight over to that. Let's have a look at what we've got. So, bitterness, Captain Crimson's Finery, the Magi, and let's ID this. Burst of Wrath. Burst of Wrath is a decent weapon, and it's going to do more damage even though we've not got anything socketed in it yet, so we are going to change over to that. Really sorry, Scourge, you're going back in here. And we're going to stick a flawless square ruby straight in it. And it's a little bit more damage, it's all worth it. Okay, now for one-handed weapons, what is our follower using? A level 27 thing, so it's going to be a while until... Yeah, it's not worth us changing over. Let's, in the meantime, sort out our ingredients. So these were Act 3 ones, and we're going to go to Act 5 now and do a quick run through those bounties as well. And after that I might do a full set from start to finish. We don't have to fight Malthael, that's good. So let's go to the Black King's Legacy. And really at this stage in the game, getting to level 50 quickly is probably what we want to be doing. At that point I can start changing out my equipment from Dawn's set and just focus on extra damage rather than extra experience. Arcane Orb just mincing its way through these. Love it.
Grave awaits.
I don't like the look of that.
Even without it would be decent damage. Now, we did reach level 37, so I could put paralysis on. I'm going to hold off on that just for the moment, because the extra damage that we're doing is pretty huge. Next. Preemptively summoning the Hydra again there. And there's the last one. Oh, what have we got in the chests? There's some bits and bobs. Alright, let's have a very quick look at our skills. Galvanizing Ward we definitely want. Let's change Astral Presence over for Paralysis, and we will change Power Hungry over for Galvanizing Ward once we get it, and then we don't need to worry about dying, like, ever. Let's go to the Lost Legion. Yeah, after dying so many times with various mages throughout the years, I know how squishy they are, and survivability is a huge thing. You can do what you can to gear against most of it, but really what you need to protect against is the sudden burst damage. Galvanizing Ward is an amazing skill. Magic Weapon Deflection is useful for just like casually protecting yourself, and get something like St. Archer's Gauge for shield when you're fighting yellow and blue mobs. But the big burst damage that you really want to protect against, like molten explosions on the ground and things like that. That's where Galvanizing Wolf really shines. It's a percentage of your health. It regenerates in 5 seconds, and it's just constantly there helping you. Such a good thing. I think it will probably end up being part of my build right the way through until we are massively survivable in endgame. And I don't know how long that's going to take in itself. Cool, we are just killing all the fallen. Alright.
You dare attack me?
Let's give them a friend. A lightning friend. So open the chest, don't just ignore it. Let's get those bits. May as well grab everything because it's all going to help.
Need more
Yeah, so the weapon's a little bit slower, but the arcane orb hits that much harder. Oh god. Well, we'll be prepared to teleport out of this if we need it, but look at the kill speed. Everything dies. 107 Legion troops. Alright, let's just make sure we haven't missed anything. One more decaying armor bit. And this is just for normal crafting reagents. We can, of course, transmute them later on, but seeing as they're right here, there's no point in just leaving them. Alright, let's go kill Urziel. Get some fire up in this place. We could just hurry through this. Because stuff takes so long to spawn in, it's probably not worth doing much more than just leaving the occasional Hydra around. Let's okay, it is up this way. Good. Get ourselves a little burst of speed. Zap, 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 all up in your faces. I do like Hydra as a skill. I'm being able to just drop it down and then carry on moving around while it attacks for me. It's very cool. It's kind of reminiscent of the old traps in Diablo 2, being able to drop them down and have them do flame jets and other such things. Or like Hydra in Diablo 1, of course. But anything where I can be focusing on something else while it's doing the killing for me is good in my book. Alright, can we go down this way, or are we going to have to go... Right, it's back this way. Not a problem, we can come at it from a different angle. It's not this way. Or maybe it's up. Whoever designed these streets should be, like, punished. Alright, fine, we'll go back the other way. Wizard is currently a member of the Impractical Weapons Club. I mean, look at that. That is not a practical blade to use. Maybe for cutting the largest block of cheese you've ever seen, but certainly not for close combat. There it is. Okay. Still can't quite do galvanizing wood, so we'll have to be careful in this. Hey buddy, how's it going?
My master has begun his work. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
Are you finished? No one threatens my people. No one.
The demons
Alright,
launch a
already
very
through stage
deep
1. That was
flames.
pretty quick. Yeah, you can teleport all you like. I do a ton of damage.
I can't pick up anything else.
Well, that's fitting, seeing as we've been grabbing everything on the way.
I am returning to town.
Let's open this just in case, and we'll teleport back, sell our stuff.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, no uniques in there. Not a problem.
I need to go back.
Just salvage up our stuff, come back, grab that, and move on to the next bounty. Yeah, nothing in there looks particularly impressive. Crusader and monk things. Definitely not useful for us. Okay, let's go to kill Targaryen. It's quite nice seeing the little stun things appearing. I know that stuff's dying very quickly, but it's good to know that paralysis is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not a huge chance, but it's better than nothing. And we can probably get some different equipment stuff to improve that over time. Alright, let's change that for Galvanizing Ward, because it would be silly not to. So, 10,000 life. As soon as we stop taking damage for long enough.
I'm unstoppable.
There we go. 6,000 shield.
They
It's a
should have
huge
run when they
amount.
had the chance.
Perfect for protecting against burst damage. Alright. So we're hurrying down here, and there's plenty of things to kill on the way. Yay, stunned and stunned and stunned and stunned. Yeah, all in all, I'm quite liking this skill setup. What have we got on that? At the moment, it's just... Oh, we can probably switch that over for force weapon. And storm armor... Reactive armor is good, but I think thunderstorm is really what we want. We want to be doing as much damage as possible with it. Wormhole, that's correct. Electrocute, no. When do we get Living Lightning? Level 54. And Arcane Orb, Obliteration. Okay. That's an interesting one. Let's try that. Oh my god, that looks like the dumbest thing. I love it.
I'm just warming up.
I wonder if that also increases its own damage. It's like, alley up. I'm assuming it also increases the Hydra damage, so 2% for every enemy hit up to... Who knows? Who knows? It's not worth theory crafting at this stage. It's just really, really funny. Alright, so Hydra doesn't actually drain the charges at all. Arcane Orb does, though.
dare attack me?
It's also interesting that you can kind of lob it over other mobs. All right, let's stop faffing around there and let's go and clear the plague tunnels. We might end up changing that over for one of the black hole skills at some point. I don't know. There's a lot of things that we can do with this build, but doing the lightning lob bits, it's fun. It's good. I did see that pack of blues back there, but I am purposefully ignoring it because we've got a long way to go on this map.
My old masters could see me now.
Now, does it? Yeah, it zaps them all as it's passing, so it's like a miniature explosion. I mean, it's not as good as the massive area of effect, but in theory, it can hit more things. In theory. I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. I do like being able to do an absolute butt ton of damage in one single explosion. So having the 700% was very cool. Right, and there is a minimum rage as well. Still, lightning grenades. Lightning grenades, always fun. Alright, let's get down and start on the actual bounty. So much fun. Ooh, hello. Insufferable miscreant, I see you. What have you got for us? A lot of gems. Well, it's better than a kick in the teeth, but nothing spectacular. Such a funny skill. I think one of these seasons I'm going to end up trying to run, if you know, when I get a lot more free time, trying to run a hell of a lot of characters at the same time. Maybe get 3 characters on the go instead of just my normal 2. See if we can't get 1 dexterity based, 1 intelligence based, and 1 strength based for proper equipment sharing and rolling. Normally I set up like just a level 1 of each type back in town for re-rolling and crafting purposes, but I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to see if I could take them all properly through without distracting myself too much. That's the big thing.
This can't be opened yet. Your grave awaits.
Yeah, also with it being a lob skill, Arcane Orb, it means it doesn't impact instantly. Although it does do that, and that is awesome.
This isn't quite what I expected.
It's basically my trash mob killer. That's it.
I'm unstoppable. I don't have enough arcane power.
All I need to do now is get it so that it gives me arcane power for every mob that it hits. And look at that, get 2 of those out and everything dies.
Need more arcane power. Your defenses are nothing.
Development.
Didn't see that coming, did
Okay,
you?
15 left. This is particularly, and this would be a good skill for the chests. Doing stuff like the stars align, where you got to kill a ton of mobs in a very quick space of time, and they're all not that hard to kill. You and your fire chains. No thank you. Alright. Let's get down this last bit. Kill these last 4.
My bags are full.
Perfect timing.
Returning to town.
That's pretty decent loot by the looks of it. Let's give this to the Templar, because that's bound to be better. You can use this as well. 76% extra damage. That's good for us, actually. And that's also good for us. Everything else can be salvaged. Including this mantled heel. I mean, it served us pretty damn well. But we do not need it anymore. Okay, Tyrael. Give us the goodies. What do we got? Found the wedge and 2 Westmark Holy Water. So the wedge, eventually one-handed axe. That's a bit poo, so we're not going to wear that. We will salvage it though, while I think about it. And drop this off. Okay, so that gives us enough bounty materials in order to put 2 items in the cube. It's a good start. It's not obviously where we want to be. We want to be able to cube everything that we've got in here to give us lots of options. But seeing as we don't actually have any ring... Well, I suppose we've got this 1 ring that we could put in, but we're not going to bother cubing that because, well... It's a fair amount of damage, but it just means putting it on the followers, and yeah... I'm not a massive fan of it as a thing. So we've got 1 bit of armor and 1 weapon that could go in. So we've got enough materials at the moment, but I do want to get more. So I think I'm going to restart and run a full set of bounties. But thank you very much for watching. This is a pretty good first session back after holiday. And I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, do remember to drop me a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and join me again soon for more Diablo 3.